Ocean acidification is the addition of carbon dioxide in seawater that causes a reduction in oceanic pH. The ecological problems resulting from ocean acidification are caused by marine uptake of CO2 and human activities such as deforestation, fossil fuel combustion, and natural processes like volcanoes. The increase in CO2 depletes seawater compounds that organisms need to build their shells and skeletons. Ocean acidification poses a harmful threat to the marine ecosystem and biodiversity. Organisms affected by this increase in acidity are plankton, coral reefs, and other marine species. This causes changes in our ecosystem in terms of its composition, size, structure, and succession. The recent oceanic pH decrease has greatly influenced current research, and efforts have been made to resolve this problem.
The Earth's atmosphere is at equilibrium with the uppermost layer of the ocean. This means that as the carbon dioxide concentration increases in the atmosphere due to fossil fuel emissions, the carbon dioxide concentration in the ocean will increase as well. In the ocean, inorganic CO2 undergoes a reaction with water, resulting in carbonic acid, bicarbonate ions, and carbonate ions. As each of these hydrogen plus ions become detached from the main carbon molecule, they collectively decrease the pH of the water because the more hydrogen plus molecules make conditions more acidic. The ocean itself is a major sink for both natural and anthropogenic CO2 because plants living in the ocean take up CO2 for photosynthesis. The ocean has enormous potential to take up CO2 in the atmosphere, but only a very small upper layer portion of the ocean is in equilibrium with the atmosphere, and mixing occurs very slowly due to thermohaline circulation.
The decrease in pH creates an immense problem for marine life, especially organisms with shells. Impacts of ocean acidification are visible in plankton and coral reefs. Marine organisms, especially those with shells, are at risk because they are not able to obtain sufficient amounts of aragonite, a protective shell made of calcium carbonate, to form their shells due to lack of carbonate ions. Since plankton are located at the base of the food web in the ocean, they serve as a vital source of food for other marine organisms. As a result of this increase in CO2 levels, animals such as arthropods and mollusks may not be able to capably create their calcium carbonate-based exoskeletons and shells. Increase in CO2 when dissolved decreases the calcification rate ranging from 5 to 50%. For example, decrease in carbonate ion concentration significantly reduces the ability of reef-building corals to produce the calcium carbonate skeletons, thereby affecting the growth of individual corals and their ability to maintain a positive balance between reef building and reef dissolution. The effect on the marine food webs will eventually lead to a decline in commercial fish stocks, which could greatly affect the fishery industry worldwide. As a result, humans who depend on this fish for food will find a smaller supply, making fish more expensive. The potential for marine organisms to adapt to increasing CO2 in ecosystem are not well known.
Solutions are being researched to find a way to decrease the rate of ocean acidification, but so far, drastic measures must be achieved to have an impact. Research is being done to test a species' response to increasing CO2 by creating highly controlled settings. These experiments have helped give some of the predictions as to what the effects will be. The observed impacts on different species could impact your lives for those who depend on the ocean for food and other resources. By reducing our fossil fuel emissions, we may be able to slow down the rate of CO2 acceleration in the ocean. Ocean acidification is a serious concern with various components impacted due to it. Right now, the hope is to find a solution before it decreases anymore.